What's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. I'm Ron, and we are here fresh out the shower, wasting no time. The entire goal of today's stream is to get as many Best Ball Mania drafts done as possible. Over on Underdog, we have 8 left. Maybe we'll do all 8 tonight. We'll see. No promises. But it's about 8:45 p.m. Eastern on the dot, like I scheduled this thing for. If any of you guys want to hop in, you can. We got 10 spots open in this draft. As always, if you want to draft with us, it sucks that I can't say, for the entire summer until week one. We got less than a week, fellas, but we're here. Use promo code RON, play $5, get $50 in bonus funds. I have a link in the live chat description and top of the comment section down below so that you guys can play along with us for the remainder of the summer. There is the ticker. We're still waiting on 3 more people, so anybody who wants to draft with us, this is a prime opportunity for you guys. I will catch up with the chat in a second. I found out what the deal was, why I couldn't watch college football with you guys, is because YouTube TV has it set up so that if you're screen sharing anything, it's gonna black out the screen. That's what the issue was. So I brought my iPad with me, so that we can watch this LSU Clemson game on the side with you guys. We can talk some fantasy football. It's Saturday night. We're in the dog days of the fantasy football offseason here. Let's just have a good-ass time. What do you guys think? Let's just have a good-ass time. Let's crack open a Coke Zero. All right, I'm going to get this game going on my iPad. And then we'll start talking with chat. We'll take the 106, by the way. We take that all day long. All right, let's put this here. How is everybody, though? Do not ask me any week 1 questions. We already getting week 1 questions. I'm telling you guys, I have not done the week 1 rankings. I have not looked at projections. I will not have a feel for who goes in your starting lineup until, honestly, next Wednesday, next Thursday, something in there. But how is everybody? Clemson just scores a touchdown. We're all the way tuned in. We're squeaky clean. We're all the above. Fresh out the shower. Had to get squeaky clean for my boys in the chat. Why not? Why not let it fly? Who's in here? Coke Zero and rum? Nah, just Coke Zero. Sell your 27 firsts. Had your big money draft today. Killed it with the help of Mr. August. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. How many drafts tonight? We'll see. We'll see. We got 8. We got 7 more to go after this. Maybe we'll do all 7 tonight. Maybe we'll only do 2. I don't know yet. I gotta get a feel for what we're rocking with in this chat here. Leave a like if you want me to do as many as possible. Nah, no high stakes tonight. We'll do high stakes tomorrow night, most likely. I need some McCaffrey, to be honest with you guys. I need some more McCaffrey. This is where we get down to brass tacks on getting my final exposures in, but let's check that real quick. I don't think I have any McCaffrey, really. We should have 304 teams. I'll get the super chats in a second, by the way, fellas. Why can't I get to... All right, whatever. But yeah, I have, no McCaffrey, huh? 5.6%. How many Jefferson? 9.6%. Okay, so we made the right call. Why not get some McCaffrey there? It makes sense. All right, let me get the draft board back up for you guys. What we missed was Jefferson at 107, Nico Collins at 108. Why is Olave in the thumbnail? Just because I had a picture of him laying around is really what it came down to. All right, so we got a super chat. CeeDee Lamb and Pickens on the same team? Absolutely, that's okay. Absolutely. Should I start Donald Driver or Jordy Nelson? I appreciate the super chat, brother. Tet move up any higher? The thing is, I have Tet so high that I couldn't justify moving him any higher because of I already had him up very high, About to draft a 32-man T. Come on, man. I am in your already at League Mates. I think the video goes live tomorrow. I need to lock in after last night. You're right. You're right. Dude, people were killing me in the comment section of that stream. It was a tough room. There genuinely was no spot on the board where it was I made the mistake. It was just a tough room. Like the 6-7 turn screwed us. When's your high stakes FFPC draft? You'll see. We got a few more of those scattered throughout the rest of the draft season. All right, we're about to be back on the clock here. Look at that. No slow drafts in the active queue, fellas. What do you think? All right, we'll catch up at receiver later. Let's go Bowers there. I want to get some more Bowers in too. What's going on here? Get me in the. All right, we're all over the place. There we go. All right, so we start with McCaffrey, Bowers. No receivers on this team. You got CeeDee Lamb at the 107, and then you came back around and got Christian McCaffrey. There are people who live in a whole other world out there, man. You killed your draft this morning? Hell yeah. Coker News was brutal, dude. And that's honestly why, like, I tell people, like, don't go in with a set plan, because some people go into that draft with like 107 in the second round, and they have in their head like, all right, I'm gonna take McCaffrey, and then I'm gonna come back around and take AJ Brown, and then in the third round I'm gonna do this, and it's like, just what happens when you get some gifts, you know? Oh, bless me. How's everybody's Saturday night here? How are we doing? I'm just so pumped we got college football back. I will be honest, I didn't catch much of the Alabama-Florida State game. This is probably like the first Saturday in a while that I've gotten to just chill. I woke up, I got some work done. Anybody on the Patreon saw that I updated the rankings today. So if anybody has any drafts still remaining over the weekend, check out Patreon, patreon.com/Ron Stewart. Updated it sadly, begrudgingly, for the Jalen Coker news. God, it sucks so bad, man. Like, that's just one of those things where it's like, we were so right, you know, that Jalen Coker was a good player. The coaches put in motion that they trade away Adam Thielen. It opens it wide up for Jalen Coker, but that's just fantasy football. You can be right 100%. You deserve to get a positive outcome, and it just gets ripped away from you. It's just kind of how she goes. Let's go Big Mike. Let's go Big Mike. My bad. I didn't like what it was giving me there. I debated elite quarterback there, but we needed to take a wide receiver. Thank you for the bless. Thank you for the bless. I know. Dude, Coker, in terms of if I sort by entry fees, it's Jalen Coker up top. It just sucks. I mean, like, maybe he comes back from IR and he can figure out something down the stretch, but it's just really disheartening to, like, be right process-wise, and then it doesn't pay off in a big way. Really sucks. 2 a.m. in Scotland? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, I was shocked. I woke up from my nap, and I was like, Alabama's losing? UN Gibbs, Ladd, Allen in my home league from the 101. Didn't like my team at the end of, unfortunately, got to make some trades. Yeah. Dude, that's what I did. No, you're trolling, Lou. You're trolling. You're a Panthers fan, so bummed about Coker. Yeah, it sucks, dude. We'll see. I moved Leggett up. I'm not convinced he's any good, though. I'll be honest. The rankings are already adjusted for the Jalen Coker news. Sadly, Jalen Coker is no longer in our top 200. Man, that's the reality of the situation. Leggett gets a bump. Yeah, crushed my draft today using Ron's rankings. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Yep. It sucks, man. It sucks. It's the nature of the game. We get hit with gut punches nonstop, you know. We're taking receiver here no matter what. James Cook, let's take Devontae Adams. Let's just go. We're gonna go with some old. We're gonna go some old heads in our wide receiver room, I think. Actually, we're going Pickens. I want to get some more Pickens in. That to me feels like a good price for Pickens in best ball. You like Lamar over Evans? I don't know. In this room, I at a certain point you got to get a receiver in. I know, but like, I don't know, dude. He might get back. He might suffer a setback. It's just, it's he's not completely dead, obviously, but he is definitely behind the eight ball sort of idea, you know, where it's like he just had a clear pathway. You know, Tedero McMillan, a rookie, still trying to figure it out. He was going to get the big slot usage, and now it just opens the door for Leggett to, you know, be a featured piece of the offense. And I don't know. Coker comes back. Like the NFL doesn't stop and wait for anybody, you know. So being out 4 to 6 weeks is a big deal. We'll see. I mean, you're right that he's not dead, especially on best ball teams where, like, maybe, you know, all he needs is week 17 to put up, like, 6 for 110 and a touchdown, and he pays off, but it just sucks. People love Cortland Sutton, man. I can't get there. On the wide receiver rankings video, the number one comment was, like, you're way too low on Sutton. I don't know. If Sutton's the wide receiver 1 overall this year, then you'll find me in a dumpster, man. You'll find me in a van down by the river, man. I got nothing for guillotine leagues. I think honestly the pass catcher that benefits most is JT Sanders. If I'm being honest with you, I think JT Sanders gets a pretty sizable bump. Really, only the guy I'm drafting in best ball, JT Sanders, but with both Thielen and Coker gone, it opens things up for him. Let's go Jalen Waddle here. We just got to start hammering wide receivers. No, I'm not a big fan of Leggett. Like, I'm not going to pay whatever the new price is. I just don't think he's very good. We got RJ in here. What's going on? We got Inferno. What's going on? 5 drafts tomorrow through Wednesday? Hell yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Jimmy Horn's a good shout. Jimmy Horn's a good shout. I don't know. I guess he's a high floor pick. If Sutton's this year's Saquon, then you'll find me dead. How many leagues are you in? Too many, brother. You already learned Calvin Ridley. We'll see. How confident are you in Trevion's week 1 role? I'm decently confident that you can start him out there as an RB2, but I didn't draft him for his week 1 role, you know? Egbuka before Waddle, I have Egbuka ahead of Waddle personally. Let's see, what do we got to think through here? You guys are going to love this pick. We're going Olave. This is going to be a build where we just assume that McCaffrey scores 24 points per game, and we go with a pretty extreme hero RB build is how I'm leaning here. 8 spots cooking up. What's their start? Nico, A.J. Brown, Kittle, Hurts to A.J., double stacking. See, I don't love a double stack with Hurts. I don't know. I mean, maybe you're kind of betting that Saquon gets hurt. Like, the only way that Hurts can... You know what I mean? Like, you're betting that he's going to do the Burrow thing, where Burrow throws, like, 40 touchdowns. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe if he throws for, like, 4,000 and, like, 30 touchdowns. Rice or Egbuka? I got Egbuka ahead. No, Evans and Egbuka I think is fine. On good offenses, I have no problem doubling up. Is Worthy over Evans crazy in full PPR? No, it's not crazy, but I prefer Evans. Yeah, Egbuka was only a value early on. All right, let's look alive here. All right, I don't draft much Jacoby Myers. We're going to take Jacoby Myers here. I guess we'll set up the double stack for the Raiders with Jacoby Myers and Brock Bowers there. I've never been a Jacoby Myers guy, but he's slipped from the trade request stuff, and I honestly think he just gets suspended. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not crazy about a Fields Garrett Wilson stack. I think with rushing quarterbacks like Fields, you don't need to stack them. Same deal with like Hurts, like guys who, I don't know, guys who like. It's tough to see how they throw for like 4,000 yards and like 30 touchdowns. I think it gets tough. Home League 12 in PPR because of your rankings. Hell yeah, what do you got? Puka, Collins, Hurts, Hampton, Henderson, Pickens, Hunter, Warren going for back-to-back champ. Hell yeah, hell yeah. I know they drafted a lot of Bengals. Like, I'm not saying, I think you can definitely, like, I like stacking, but with a guy like Hurts, I think it's tough, you know? Like, Hurts and Burrow are so different. Like, I think if you want to do Mahomes, Pacheco, Rice, Worthy, I think that's fine. But I think the Eagles are a little trickier because the passing volume is so low. Like, this I'm fine with. You can draft both Hunter and Brian Thomas. I only start to get squeamish when it's low volume, like with the Eagles, really. But I have Hunter over Egbuka, but they're back-to-back in my rankings. It's not crazy to do so. Not a huge JSN fan myself. Yeah, Meta Diggs is fine. I don't really care about the stack in particular, I'll be honest. I think any stack is better than no stack. Huh. I'm taking Sharp. You could talk me into Warren or JCM there, but JCM is I like Bill. If this was a normal draft, I would take Bill there, but in the BBM, it's really tough to stomach that people had been drafting him, you know, in this area all summer. My bags are honestly already kind of packed on JCM. I'm sort of souring on Jalen Warren as well. And I do want some insurance Sharp bags is kind of my thought process there. See, that's a weird question. Like, I always get that question of, like, what kind of stack do you like or whatever. Like, I just, whatever works is really, like, I don't aim for any certain stack. I just, like, I don't care. Like, on this team, I'll be looking at Dak, Tua, Geno, Baker, Purdy. Like, for me, it's more of just, like, whatever I already have, if that makes sense, you know? I'm never, like, purposely trying to get, like, a two-player combo. Some Daniel Jones, yeah, if I have some Colts. I do. I moved down Bijan. I mean, not a ton. I moved down Bijan to my 105 right now, which is really low. I don't know if I'll have a single managed team with Bijan. Lamb and Brown or CMC in London. I think I prefer CMC London there. We did a Superflex draft recently. I did a mock draft that was live. Wow, and Jalen Warren's gonna come all the way back. All right, we were debating between him and Charbonnet on the last one. I'll take 102. Jalen Warren. I was just saying I don't really like Jalen Warren, but in the 9th round, I'm fine with that. Hey, now I wouldn't call JSN a prodigy OSU receiver. I think JSN was a little overhyped as a prospect, but Just did. How badly you're going to regret taking Tyreek over Henderson? That's negligible. Anyone you like targeting late for keeper, Egbuka, Golden? Yeah, I mean, those both sound good. I'm trying to think of like what a cheap, like a fun cheap keeper would be, but I like Scatabo, man. You guys know I like Scatabo. I do. No, Brees at 509, you do that all day, brother. You do Brees at 509 all day, and you don't think twice. Wow. I like what you're on here, Simply Catan. Hunter ceiling OBJ, which I suppose... I will say, OBJ's rookie season is kind of untouchable. I would say his ceiling is more so like Jefferson, Puka, Chase of like 17 points per game, but still... I think BTJ would still be, like, he wouldn't be, like, he wouldn't crush, but I also don't think, I have a tough time seeing how Brian Thomas Jr., like, kills teams. I think that he would just be, like, I think he would just do what he did last year. You know, he would average, like, 16 points per game, 17 points per game, and, like, be fine. He wouldn't feel great as, like, a 1-2 turn pick, but, all right, let's see. Let's look alive here. So Tootin goes. Man, all of our stacks at quarterback are gone, huh? Yeah. All right. So let's just take. I'm taking unstacked Fields. I don't take a lot of Fields, but I understand. Like, obviously, I understand his appeal in fantasy football, and you don't need him to be stacked to anybody. I don't know. To me, quarterback felt like the move there. I didn't like any of these receivers. We already took 5. Yeah, I think that was a fine pick. How about those Knowles, man? I'm shocked. Any injuries you're avoiding? I want nothing to do with Godwin. I moved down Jaden Reed far in the new rankings update, man. Far. Wow, big stop for Clemson on 4th. Idiot League Mates is going live tomorrow. I assume tomorrow morning. Ollie Gordon, yeah. That's actually a good shout. I wonder, it's always fun, fellas, the big board. So this is before the NFL draft, these drafts. I am always curious how these look. 150. I think I do have, yeah, dude, Ollie Gordon, big bags. Now, I will say, Trevor, these actually don't look bad, fellas. It's the Judkins, Jalen Milroe, Jordan James bags. Those are the tough ones. But, yeah, here are my pre-NFL draft bags, whatever. While I did that, the picks off the board: Kraft, Keenan Allen, Christian Kirk, David Njoku, Caleb Williams, Braylon Allen. Good call on Ollie Gordon, though. I didn't even realize I had so much. No, OBJ, his rookie year was something unfathomable. Video's finished. Nick is just gonna post it in the morning, is what it seems like. What do we got? We're taking Ollie Gordon here. Actually, fuck it. We'll take Ayuk. I think Ayuk on this team makes sense. We need receivers. Yeah, 13th round Godwin I could get behind. Are you overreacting to Arch? No, dude. I don't know. I'm biased because I'm rooting for the kid. I'm rooting for the kid. I have a Devi share as well, but like I don't know. It's like I just really hate the I don't like the Arch discourse. Like he didn't ask for his last name to be Manning. He didn't ask for all this media attention. It just kind of happened. And the minute that he flounders a little bit, the entire internet is on his ass, man. Like, all the memes, dude. You got, like, you know, the McDonald's workers where it's, like, Arch if his last name wasn't Manning, and just... I don't know. I feel bad for the guy. I think he had some really nice bright spots. I watched that game pretty much front to back. I thought, obviously, the touchdown throw was amazing. He had a whole shot to the tight end on the perimeter that looked good. He had a post to Wingo that was good, too, but everything else was tough. But, I mean, his third career start... going on the road versus the defending national champs. On the road versus defending national champs is tough, man. Matt Patricia at DC. Not overreacting. Couldn't beat out a 7th rounder last year. I don't know. I think that's kind of dumb. Isaac Tesla couldn't beat out Andrew Armstrong at Arkansas, and everyone's glazing his shit. So what we'll do... Let's go Dylan Sampson. I debated him at the last pick. Yeah, well, this will be a three quarterback team. It mattered because that was a defense he played, brother. Like, the reason that the defending national champs matters is because that's a defense that Arch played against. Very sad about Coker. Volpe, as in like Anthony Volpe. Call it a hot take, but I think Arch is going to be all right. I think 2027 first overall pick is still absolutely in his range of outcomes. I think he'll learn from today. You have a feeling that A-Chain is going to be available at the 204 and a 10-man? Are you taking A-Chain over BTJ? No, I'm BTJ there. Who's Anderson? That's the thing, too. Quinn Ewers was like the most hyped high school recruit ever and was a more than fine college quarterback. I don't know. Cam Newton couldn't beat out Tim Tebow. I'm just not sure any of that matters. Let's see. All right, we take Tua here to get to Waddle. See what comes back. What happened in the New Jersey Rock Show last night? What the hell is that? Yeah, I have a lot of Coker, man. I have a lot of Coker. You're the 9th pick and a 12-man guy. Number 1 wants to trade. I've seen the video about your draft slots. Thoughts of moving to 1. I have the 1 spot and the 12 spot about equally as good or bad. Thoughts on Alec Io Manor and Blake Corum should be Tyler Algier level. Also did 8 BBMs. Got Travis Hunter. I think Alec Io Manor is a fine like late round click in best ball. Blake Corum to me shouldn't be Tyler Algier level because I think that Hunter has a very real chance of kind of beating him out eventually. It's just kind of like, I don't know, Rams backfields are always a little bit tougher. Man, freshman Manziel also couldn't beat out fucking... Who was even at A&M? Same thing with I don't think Baker Mayfield couldn't beat out... what's the quarterback's name? It's not Davis Mills. It's like, is it Joe? No, it's not Joe. It's Davis Webb. He couldn't beat out Davis Webb at Texas Tech, so he transfers to Oklahoma. I don't know. I just think the idea of like, oh, well, he couldn't beat out Quinn Ewers, so he sucks. Just kind of how it's kind of just how college works, man. Give me Geno. All right, so now we're done at quarterback. All right, I like what we're cooking here. Let me get some Week 17 schedule pulled up. I know y'all love when I start caring about correlation. So we got Raiders, Jets, Miami. All right. All right. Locked in. All right, they're showing highlights of this Florida State game. I really didn't catch much of it. Apparently this new where did this Castellanos guy come from? I'm not drafting Mari Cooper, no. No, Worthy and Rice is absolutely fine. I feel like it could be a Pitts team. This could be a Pitts team. No, Pitts is gone. Why Olave in the thumbnail? Just because? He was good at BC, huh? People saying this team's super mid. I don't know, man. We're like it's impossible to draft like the most goated squad of all time in a $25 best ball lobby. I don't know. I don't know what you guys want from me these days. What's going on with this? Not like this, man. Not like this. Not like this. All right, thank God. Give me Mason Taylor. All right, now we just go running back and wide receiver. What else we got in here? What strategy are you playing at the 110 spot? Best player available through 2 rounds, and then build out from there. Yeah, we'll run another draft. We might do a couple. We might do a few. Leave a like if you want to see another draft. Leave a like on the stream. Leave a like on the stream, fellas. Maybe you guys will like that one. Makes me anxious that you don't use the Q. Now, chill. What's your advice for the 2-3 turn if you're picking first overall with Chase? Still largely best available. I don't mind double tapping running back if you can get 2 of like JT, Jacobs, Chase Brown, Bucky Irving, Hampton. I don't mind elite quarterback there, right? You can go Josh Allen or Lamar, but the issue is that if you go Josh Allen, Lamar, you box yourself out of a Burrow stack. I don't mind McBride if you want to go McBride. I'm usually anti-receiver unless if Vlad McConkey or A.J. Brown get there. I'm not huge. Like, then you're taking, like, T. Higgins or Tyreek Hill 212. Like, I think from the 101, the best thing you can do is probably run, like, a hero wide receiver style build, is what I would call it. All right, so now we're good at tight end and quarterback. What's available out there? What's it going to be? DJ Spinoza. Give me Troy Franklin. Goated pick on Fannin. All right, so this is going to be a 3-5-8-2, I think. Might be a little thin with 5 running backs here. What do you guys think? Here's the team, 3-4-7-2. We have 2 picks left. I'm thinking 1 running back, 1 receiver, but you could talk me into 2 running backs here. We got McCaffrey, Charbonnet, Jalen Warren, Dylan Sampson. We're kind of just betting that McCaffrey's going to be the RB1 overall. And then at receiver, we have Mike Evans, George Pickens, Jalen Waddle, Chris Olave, Jacoby Myers, Brandon Ayuk, Troy Franklin. Now, I think we need another receiver, too. I think this is going to be running back receiver. Do you update the cheat sheet with common fantasy player platform rankings compared to the $300 trap? I get this question all the time. I literally, we built out a website for it that I put in the comments of every video I mention it in. It's called Fantasy Nexus. I'll try and pull it up for you or something, but it updates every day, the website. What's up, David? What's up, Trey Cobb? Let's get to 100 likes on this stream before we run up another one here. They're showing highlights at halftime, huh? We got Penn State played Nevada today. I assume they killed them, huh? 46-11, yeah. All right. Yep, you can go Pacheco, Worthy, Mahomes. Isaac Brown. Did we draft him? Is that the Louisville running back? That's me. Been nice drafting with you. Hell yeah, Dave. Oh, your DJ Spinoza? Yoshivas going nuclear week 7? What the hell? Would I trade Hampton for Jacobs? I guess, but I literally have, I think I have Hampton 24th and Jacobs 23rd in my rankings. It updates daily, and it takes the last week of ADP for the NFC. Let's do DJ Giddens. All right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to hop into another draft here. 100 likes. Hell yeah. Shout out to you guys. Let's just get one loaded, preloaded in the background here. All right, here we go. I know. Oh, Malik Washington already went. That was my plan for my last round pick. What can we do as like a bring back? What we got? Dolphins versus Bucks, which I feel fine about. Patriots versus Jets, and then we got Vegas versus Giants. I don't like any of the dart throw receivers on any of those teams. We could go Jack Besh. I don't really like Jack Besh, though, these days. Jets Saints. Got, in terms of week 16, Bengals. And we got Raiders versus Texans. I'm taking Jalen Noel, I think. Yeah, I'm going Jalen Noel. All right, that's the final team. We go 3-5-8-2. Fields, Tua, Geno Smith. We go McCaffrey, Charbonnet, Jalen Warren, Dylan Sampson, DJ Giddens, Mike Evans, George Pickens, Jalen Waddle, Chris Olave, Jacoby Myers, Ayuk, Troy Franklin, Jalen Noel, Brock Bowers, and Mason Taylor for the tight ends. I think that's a solid team. People were flaming it in chat, I guess. I don't know. People want me to build a super team and sharp lobbies, I guess. Here we go. From the 12 spot. We love this spot. Could be Bucky or Brown this year. I like Tootin as a call for that, yeah. Oh, they got Sweet D from It's Always Sunny playing a different show on ABC and Hulu. What the hell? No. I mean, I guess with Genty and Kenneth Walker, you can try and flip Bijan, but... Oh. My God. I don't know why I'm sneezing all over the place, fellas. Jeez. I think it's a solid team, too. Somebody in chat was like, this team's ass. No, literally. Ceiling for Jaden Blue. Rookie Devon Achan. Achan or Chase Brown? Achan for me. Appreciate the bless yous in the chat. Picking from the 8 spot in this room? Hell yeah. Good luck to you too. So we got Chase, Lamb, Bijan, Saquon, Nico Collins, Gibbs, Jefferson off the board. So start 7 or 8. It is 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 receivers, a flex, and a tight end. So start 8, I think. We are going to go Brian Thomas and Genty. I keep on doing this start from the 12 spot, but he just keeps falling in our laps. What do you guys want at the 3-4 turn? The 3-4 turn is always super ugly. Like, this is what we're going to be looking at in terms of ADP. We're going to be looking at, like, this pretty much. You know, we can pull up James Cook or Henderson. We can take a Worthy. We can do the Daniels to McLaurin thing. We can take the elite tight end and Kittle if we want. Yes, CMCIA is nice. Metcalf over Olave. You have Dak and Herbert. Should you drop Herbert for Trevor Lawrence? No, you're fine. Thanks to the rankings, Ron had the 101. You went with Chase, Bucky, Josh Allen, Harvey Tet. Okay. I'm not saying it could happen, but in terms of, like, asking what Jaden Blue's ceiling is, that's what it is. Like, low amount of touches, crazy efficiency. Like, Jaden Blue is he's somewhere on the scale of Jaleel McLaughlin, Keaton Mitchell, Devon Achan, Jahmyr Gibbs. He's somewhere. Darren Sproles is on there somewhere. He's on that plane of players. Who else is on that plane of players? You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess I wouldn't put Gibbs on there because he's in the high 190s, but like 180 pounds, explosive, catches passes. Nyheim Hines would be another. Somewhere on the Keaton Mitchell, Nyheim Hines, Devon Achan spectrum. What is Tet's path to success? I think he's a decent separator, can play inside and out, good hands. I think he's solid at everything. Top 10 pick. Play inside and out, good size. He'll lead his team in targets. I think it's overthinking it to get too in the weeds on his profile, I guess. Like, he got picked in the top 10. Produced all 3 years in college. People want QB and tight end, but I never really feel good about my team when I go quarterback and tight end. And we took Genty up top, so 1 receiver through 4 rounds is tough. Oh, wow. 301 Tedero McMillan. Alrighty. Yeah, good body control. He also leveled up his his tackle evasion in this final season in terms of missed tackles forced. It was way up compared to his other years, so I don't know. I like him. I like Tet. If he was available here, I would take him. So JSN goes there. I don't like Kyron Williams, but I think I have to take him here. I'm going to go 312 Kyron. I think that's just too good to pass up on. And then we'll go Devontae. All 4 of my players at the same bye week. I honestly couldn't care. $707 in your home league, beautiful. 606 Egbuka in your home league, beautiful. Yeah, you can squint and see some upside. I like Jackson Dart. Hey, I'm sleeping on Kyron, but when he falls to 312, I'll take him. I get it. What do I have? I have him like low 30s, I think. Mid to low 30s. Or actually, no, I have him like low 40s, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'll regret that. Maybe I should push him up, but for now, let me see, actually. Where do I have him? Maybe I should move him up. I just have a hard time. I have him right now as my 40th ranked player. I have him behind Mike Evans, Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, JSN at wide receiver. You could talk me into moving him like between Mike Evans and Devontae Adams. I'm open to doing a swap on air here, fellas, but I have him 40th overall as my wide receiver 17. That feels pretty. I have it Evans 13, Devontae 14, Tyreek 15, JSN 16, Tet 17. That feels about right. But, I mean, this guy just took him 25th overall. So, I don't know. Picking from 104, you went Gibbs, Chase Brown, Nico, and Ladd. What? Where the hell did you get Nico Collins from in a 12-man from the 104? After going Gibbs, am I, is this a different Nico that I don't know about? Do you consider drafting from the 103 and going forward through the draft in a 14-team league? How should I? I would just take best available, focus on depth, fill your flex. Really just want to focus on, I wish you told me how many receivers in flex spots, but really just want to focus on depth in that situation. Don't force anything. Take best player available. 40th overall feels good moving tight up, and you get into the Mark situation last year. That's true. I think you're spot on. That's what I have. Like, I think that's good. Holy shit, the one spot is letting his nuts hang right now. Oh, I don't know what he's doing. I kind of love it. I think he's betting that Burrow comes back to him, which isn't a terrible bet. This Clemson kid just fumble? Or is that a pass breakup? That's a great Kamara price, I think. Oh boy. We're going to go Pearsall. And then I want Matthew Golden. I do. You could talk me into a world where that should have been RJ Harvey or James Conner, but I don't know. I already feel good. I feel good about Genty and Kyron. I think Pearsall and Golden there is fun. I love college football. I don't pretend to watch every game. Like I admitted I was asleep for the Florida State Bama game, but I watched the Texas Ohio State game today. Should you drop Trey Benson for Ollie Gordon? Yeah. Yeah, he's probably like got a 50% chance to get Burrow to come back there. You see Portnoy troll Ohio State? I did not. Main team is CD, Evans, Adams, Boomer as fuck, but man, that looks good on paper. Yeah, no, that's solid. I'm trying to get a little more Devontae Adams here. I see the appeal. I see the appeal, but like I just get flashbacks to Titans Julio Jones. If I knew I would get Harvey there, the thing is I kind of already knew I was going to get Harvey there. If I knew I was going to get Harvey there, would I have passed on Kyron? Probably not. No, you can definitely stack CMC, Pearsall, and Purdy. Absolutely. I'm fine going 2 teammates and a quarterback on a good... Like, it's Kyle Shanahan. I'll take that all day. Wow, we're still climbing in viewers here, fellas. Leave a like on the stream. Let's get to 200 likes before before we do a next draft, which I think we will. We got time today, fellas, and I got to rip through some of these VBMs. I do. We got, I think, 6 left. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna do all 6 tonight, but we'll probably do 1 or 2 more after this. We'll probably roll through to the end of this LSU Clemson game, to be honest. We could do a little watch along. Yep, and he gets Burrow to come back. That's why he waited on Burrow. Like, in these lobbies, if you can secure both Chase and Higgins, that's kind of... It's funny. That's kind of like the appeal of going Chase and Higgins in a best ball lobby like this, is that if you go Chase Higgins, you're the only one really at risk to take Burrow. So then you can push him to the 6-7 turn. No, 69 is about fine for Olave. Do you think Texas could go from ranked to number 1 to missing the playoffs? No, I'd be shocked. That defense is legit, man. They were giving Ohio State hell today. When am I announcing the Patreon sub fantasy league? I think we'll draw the names on Monday. I'm going to put out like a last call tomorrow. Maybe I'll draw the names tomorrow night. But tomorrow morning I'll put out on the Patreon like a last call to sign up. And then I'll draw the names probably tomorrow night. And then everybody will have like 24 hours to join. And if they don't join, then I'll go to the next guys on the list. And then we'll get hopefully set up in the league safe and everything before the draft on Wednesday. Yeah, he's still holding out on running back. What's everyone talking about? Olave? That's where Olave goes, fellas. I'm Pearsall over Golden. But it's close. No, that's not my 0 RB wet dream. That's not how I would have done it. I would have taken running back over Jennings. He already got receiver through the flex +1. This has to be running back right here. Let's do this. We'll take Laporta for sure. Let's take Laporta. And let's take Caleb Johnson. I don't take a lot of Caleb Johnson, but he continues to kind of fall here. And I'm fine kind of just scooping it up. I don't even really like Caleb Johnson, but in the 8th round, I'm fine with it. What do we got in terms of like, not even so much stacks, but just like, we got Rams is really what we're looking at. Rams play the Falcons. Okay. Nah, brother. That's how I get my Venmo shut down, dude. I can't have 47 people Venmoing me $100. Daniels and McLaurin stack, I thought about it at the 3-4 turn. Team 1 over under. Oh, I'm slamming the over, Diego. Slamming the over, man. I do love the tradition of LSU with the numbers. Like Nussmeier, like it being a big deal that he got 18. It being a big deal that like Harold Perkins wears number 7. But I will say it's pretty crazy what Burrow didn't wear 18. And who's 18 even? I can't even really tell you who it's from at LSU. But I do know number 7, like Tyrann Mathieu. I think Tyrann Mathieu, Pat Pete, this Harold kid. Stingley ever wear 7? I think Jamal Adams might have wore it. Grant Telpett probably wore it. I get a lot. Scatabo, I get a shit ton of, man. First team was okay. Really liking Team 8. You said kind of like this team for out of the 12 spot. I like it too. Oh, Penn State with, what's that? Like Micah Parsons, Abdul Carter, LeVar Arrington. No, 8-12 Tracy's nice. This guy's recovering a bit here. Fournette wore 7. Good call. Chark wears 7? Chop Robinson, yup. Syracuse in 44 is a tradition. I know Sean Tucker maybe wore 44. Who else wore? Did Jim Brown wear 44? I'm saying hell no. Did Jim Brown even go to Syracuse? Am I talking on my ass with that one? I might be. Damn, Purdy went? All of our stacking options went. All right. I got to be honest, I can't turn down Kelsey here at 9-12. He's a different buy from Laporta, so we'll take him. And then I think it's Luther Burden time. I think so. Luther Burden, I think we go three quarterback build. That's where I'm leaning right now. Said huge run by LSU. I don't think it was Caden Durham, but Caden Durham's looked nice. Oh, wow, you weren't lying. Jim Brown actually wore 44. I was just kind of shooting from the hip there. When do I pick up Ollie Gordon? I think I put him as like a 10th round target in my rankings today. Downs does have a hamstring injury, yeah. Dude, I just don't think 40 matters that much for running backs in the NFL, dude. You can go look at Bucky Irving's 40 time. Go look at David Montgomery's 40 time. Kareem Hunt's 40 time. Go look at, like, Josh Jacobs isn't that fast. Like, speed is cool. Go look at what Kyron Williams ran in the 40. You know who had blazing speed? Trent Richardson. Kalen Ballage. CJ Spiller. You think the guy in the one spot won it here live? Posozny and Jack Ham also wore 11? That's crazy. Yeah, Aaron Anderson's been nice. Cup at the 50th pick is nuts. Probably top 3 sharpest rooms I've been in was the one last night. Le'Veon Bell was slow. Yep, Arian Foster slow. And athleticism, don't get me wrong, athleticism is great to have, right? Like Saquon's a freak, Derrick Henry's a freak, like, but it's not a must at running back. It's not a must. This dude's hurt, sadly, but I'm shocked. Clemson's got a white DB. That's a development. Emmitt Smith was slow. Trying to think of some other guys that were like slow at running back, but still great. Wow, all right, so we got Caleb. Oh, I thought we got Caleb to come back. Did he get... Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. We did not get Caleb to come back. All right, so we're going to take Ollie Gordon here, because I don't have an idea of what else I want to do. Done at tight end. Then we're just going to take a naked quarterback here. I think we're just going to take a naked Justin Herbert and figure out the rest later with him. I'm not crazy about it, but I think it makes sense. Nothing else really stands out on the board there. Yeah, I think that was fine. Was there an obvious stack I was missing? No. I mean, we got. I'm an idiot. We had Jordan Love to Matthew Golden on the board there. Fuck me. You guys were saying Jordan Love too. All right. Ugh, I hate when I do that. Whatever. I love this kid, Trades Green, man. Trades Green is so fun. The kid plays on the basketball team. Isn't it fun you could look back and that could be $1 million mistake? It could be, but also I don't think it was last year in the Best Ball Mania, but the BBM before that, the dude who won just had like an unstacked Burrow. Like it is funny how when I miss out on a stack, I'm like, oh well, you know what? Stacks really aren't that important. I don't know. It's just one of those things where we talk about it all the time in terms of the sliding doors, but all the time I make things you could make a pick on the board that is like a mistake, and then you look back and you're like, thank God I did that, you know? Like the Packers could be a disaster, Jordan Love could get hurt, Justin Herbert could be a top 3 quarterback. And I still have other stacking options. Like we got plenty of other like late stacks like Stafford and Geno. Damn. I usually don't miss out like that, though. Hate when that happens. Who are the Chargers we can backstack with? Trey Harris, Najee, obviously, QJ. And who do the Chargers play week 17? Texans. LSU score? How many BBMs have I drafted so far? Like 144, something like that? Can I get a good draft spot for Luns? No, Love was a good pick there. It's just it happens to the best of us, man. Yeah, see, that's just simply not true, my boy. Guess we'll do Trey Harris. I guess we'll do Najee. Fuck it. How's that for correlation? Fellas, Keenan Allen's been gone. I'm not sure whether you're asking in the super chat. I do have Odunze, Flowers, and Ricky P for depth. Oh, you said here. You have Hampton, Bill, Ollie. These are always killing me. Did I go too running rookie heavy? No, dude, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. I promise. I see that sentiment a lot right now. People like getting stressed out that they have too many rookies, man. You're fine. You get an advantage because when Jamar Chase goes off, Burrow goes off. So you have a better chance of winning your week. If you go back and check out the box scores of your fantasy football league, you'll see most games are blowouts, and you need monster spike weeks to sync up. And then on top of that, Jefferson and Burrow is a two-leg parlay. They are not correlated. If Jefferson does well, it has nothing to do with Burrow. When you take Jamar Chase and Burrow, it's not a parlay. You're making one singular bet, but with two players. If Burrow does really well, so does Jamar Chase. It's minimizing the amount of things you have to get correct to win your fantasy football league. Fantasy football is essentially an 8-leg parlay of the players you drafted in the high leverage rounds. And the less legs you can make that parlay, the better. What are the odds Najee starts over or outsnaps Hampton? Pretty low, but maybe higher in like week 1 or whatever. Yep. Exactly. RJ Harvey over Pacheco and Pollard? For me, yeah. What's your favorite team name this year? I don't have one. I'm always bad with team names. All right, so it has to be Stafford. We're going to go Stafford and Darius Slayton here. All right, so now we have a 2-5-7-2. Need a third quarterback. This is probably going to be a 3-5-8-2 build again, I'm thinking. Yeah, I know how we land this plane. All right, let's hop into another one, huh? Let's get these likes up. We're at 149. Let's get to 200. Let's get to 200. We'll do another draft in here. Give me 200. All right, bang. Now we got 5 bullets left. My team name's just Ron as of right now. Do not stack Gibbs and Montgomery. Do not do that. Don't even call, like, running back. Running back is not a stack. It's like handcuffing. Please do not do that. Oh, we got the 6th spot. Okay, that's fun. How do I feel about a Genty Jacob start from the 10 spot? That's fine. Klubnik gets picked off here. Damn. 22 kind of did him no favors, though, I'll be honest. Cuff is not essential for running back. I promise. Take other people's handcuffs. Hope that their starters go down. Don't draft for an outcome where your starter goes down. Dude, this Kadem Durham kid is nice. What draft is he in? It's 2027? Durham's good, man. We're on the clock. Let's go Jefferson. We did a McCaffrey team earlier. We'll go Jefferson from 6. Nope, I don't approve of that either. Do not do K9 and Sharp. Do not do that. I beg. I plead. You cannot take 2 running backs on the same backfield in the top 10 rounds, fellas. Please do not do that. All right, then we're going to take Dart, KLS to finish this draft up. Not my favorite team here. I think we kind of screwed this up by going Herbert over Love. We went Herbert, Stafford, Dart, Genty, Kyron, Caleb, Ollie Gordon, Najee Harris, Brian Thomas, Devontae, Ricky Pearsall, Matthew Golden, Luther Burden, Trey Harris, Darius Slayton, KLS, Sam Laporta, Travis Kelce. Not bad. Not bad. But also not great. Not my favorite team at all. But I think we landed the plane is what I would say. Yep. I think about the same. Like, I'm never drafting my own handcuff in a managed league. Drafting other people's handcuffs, hoping that their starter goes down. What's up, Glenn Ramos? That's an OG. OG. All right, fuck it. Give me another Brock Bowers team then. Fuck it. I know you guys love when I take Bowers. Yeah, I just disagree, man. You're drafting for an outcome where your team ends up shitty. You gotta remember, like, everyone's talking about risky and stuff here. Like, it's fantasy football, man. You got 1 in 12 chance to win your league. You have a much better chance at winning your league if your running back's a stud, and then you have somebody pop off your bench instead of drafting for the outcome where your starter goes down, and then you have like 75% of your high-end running back. Especially in home leagues where benches are shallow. I'm loading my bench. Like, you know what I mean? If you only have like 6 or 7 bench spots, I'm loading it up with other stuff. But he doesn't score as much as Montgomery, and you're also losing out on, if you take Montgomery in the 6th round, you're losing out on whatever potential 6th round pick you could have taken, man. Like, you're destroying your team playing scared is what the truth of the matter is. And even when the starter goes down, I mean, like, Montgomery's just too much. Like, you're sinking too many picks into your running. Like, if you're that scared about Gibbs, just don't take Gibbs. Just take Montgomery later. Because here's the two outcomes. Here are the two outcomes. I can't believe we're getting into handcuff here. Here's the two outcomes. Bijan goes down, and you get 80% of Bijan's production in your running back spot. Or Bijan's a stud. He's the RB1 overall. And you have, say, fucking Will Shipley. Saquon goes down. Now all of a sudden you have 80% of Saquon and Shipley next to your RB1 and Bijan, and your team is loaded. Like, the team that wins a championship needs to be somewhat loaded to beat out 11 other teams. So you're trying to draft for the scenario where you end up with a super team. I think handcuffing your own running back, especially on shorter benches in home leagues, is a way of just like finishing 5th overall. Even with later cuffs, I'm not drafting Will Shipley if I have Saquon. All right, we're on the clock. All right, let's get to our roots here. Let's go with a pretty extreme 0 RB build here. Why not? Dude, C.J. Anderson, the year that Todd Gurley went down for the fantasy football playoffs, C.J. Anderson won leagues that week. I don't know. There's plenty of handcuffs down the stretch that have been great. No, you can't. Dude, Charbonnet's like a 9th round pick. You can't sink if you're that scared about Walker, don't draft him. You cannot sink a 9th round pick and a 4th round pick into the same backfield. You can't do it. You can maybe talk me into the idea of, okay, it's your last round pick and you want to take a Will Shipley behind Saquon. I'm not personally doing it, but I could see it. But if you're going to take Charbonnet, just don't take Kenneth Walker. You shouldn't count on your first pick not going down. I just disagree. I'd rather somebody else's handcuff is how I play it. Man, we can never get Devontae Smith to come back here, huh? What's up, Ray Ray? Exactly. Like burning your 6th round pick and then you're starting Gibbs and David Montgomery, and that's not fun. There's not enough points to go around for that to be good. See, that's not a handcuff. I think here's where the misconception is, fellas. If you're drafting guys, and I'll spoil it when in the BDG league, I drafted both Travis Etienne and Basil Tutin. That to me isn't a handcuff. If you want to take 2 late swings on the same backfield, I drafted them both in like the 10th plus round. You can absolutely do that. You can do a Judkins. Josh, I just talked about why you can't do Gibbs and Montgomery. I just talked about it. You can't do it. You cannot do it. You cannot bet your 6th-round pick. Your 6th-round pick highest upside. The only way your 6th-round pick is a league winner is if your 1st-round pick loses. You can't do it. Like, that's not a fan cuff. If you want to do, what's another one? If you want to do Chubb, Woody Marks, knock yourself out. Give me Odunze here. This is a fun team, fellas. Yeah, I would just rather a lottery ticket on my bench for when somebody else goes down. And Corum, that's the thing. Once you get into the late round handcuffs, Corum's not even the guaranteed handcuff. What if it's Jarquez Hunter? Then you've been having somebody waste away on your bench for no reason. But that is technically like, I know that that's not the point you were making. But I literally just mentioned Montgomery. You can't do that. You can't. You can't do that. You can't do Charbonnet Walker. The only one you can maybe talk me into, and still I'm not doing it personally, but if you want to do Bijan Algier, if you want to do Saquon, Will Shipley, if you want to do Derrick Henry, Keaton Mitchell, Jonathan Taylor, DJ Giddens, you can knock yourself out with those. I'm not personally doing it in my own leagues, but you cannot do Gibbs Montgomery. You cannot do Kenneth Walker, Charbonnet. You can't spend a top 4-round pick and then also your 9th-round pick on the handcuff. You just can't do that. Let's go Jacoby Myers here. I'm like finding myself taking a good amount of Jacoby Myers because he's falling. You can do Bucky and Tucker. You can do that. CMC and B-Rob, I suppose, yeah. Bucky and Tucker works, yeah. When they're free, you can do it. Again, I'm still not doing it, but I think that's more of a preference. Like, I don't think that you're killing your team. I would just rather, I'd rather bet on somebody else's starter to go down. And, I'd rather, like, if I have Achane, or not Achane's not a good example, but if I have Bijan, I would rather take Will Shipley over Algier personally and just bet that Saquon goes down instead. But, yeah. I get it, though. You can kind of squint and talk me into it. If it's like 6 teams make the playoffs and you just want to kind of sneak in and see what happens. But all right, I'm kind of done talking about handcuffs right now. Someone said it's like insurance. Insurance is whack, though. All right, give me Tyrone Tracy here. This is a fun little team, guys. Fun little team. We go Jefferson, Bowers, Tyreek, Hurts, Kenneth Walker, Odunze, Jacoby Myers, Tyrone Tracy. I keep getting this question about idiot league mates. It's coming out tomorrow. Dude, Caden Durham is nice, man. This is a good Clemson defense he's running all over. Not really, man. Here's the thing. I'm not really. My Jacoby Myers bags are as light as can be. I'm fine taking him at a cheaper price these days, to be honest. If your guy goes down, you're fucked, man. Like, even if you had Christian McCaffrey and Jordan Mason last year, you were fucked. Like, that's just what it comes down to. I don't practice fucked. What's that line about, like, if Peyton Manning goes down, or... Is insurance not whack, dude? Insurance is whack. I don't know. I don't want to get political. I feel like people get denied heart transplants, whatever else the fuck. Like, you pay all this money for insurance and it does nothing for you. Pay all this money for insurance, then a golf ball hits my windshield, it gets cracked, and then I'm the one paying $600 for it. Insurance is whack. I stand by that. I'll get to the super chat in a second. Let's make this pick first. All right, let's take J.K. Dobbins here. Actually, damn it. Yeah, give me Dobbins. Playing with fire, not putting him in the queue there, but... 12 team, rate the team, 12 team, happy VR. Oh my, you guys kill me. I'm begging when you do these. Please let me know how many receivers and flex spots are in the lineup. I got nothing. But I guess we'll say Daniels, Worthy, Rice, Diggs, Golden, Keenan Allen, Genty, Hampton, Harvey, JCM, Ollie, Warren. Sounds solid. I don't know. You guys kill me with these. I think you're a little bit too strong at running back. Like, I don't love Worthy being wide receiver 1, but it seems like fine. If Addison wasn't suspended, where would I have him? That's a great question. No, I wouldn't have him next to Waddle and Zay. I'd probably have him in like the Olave, Golden, Odunze, Pearsall area. Like in this area. No, I mean I like Xavier Worthy as much as the next guy, but if he's my wide receiver 1 on a team, I feel a little queasy about it. Give me a shoddy B here. Fuck it. Harmon gassed the hell out of Rashad Bateman, so I gotta take him in a couple spots. Harmon still loves him. In best ball, I think he's a fine pick. Who's this year's Bucky Irving? Tootin, Sampson, Jaden Blue. I don't know. There's a lot of fun rookie running backs this year. People wanted Toot in there. Yeah, but I think we needed to build out a little bit of wide receiver stuff. It's tough, dude. This range, like, these receivers are so, like, once you get to Josh Palmer, dude, this is the dead zone, man. Like, get to Josh Palmer, then it's nothing but running backs and tight ends. Then you get Hollywood Brown, Mario Douglas. Like, I'm all set. So I felt like receiver was the play there. I don't mind Rice and Worthy. I do have Toot and straight up over Bigsby, but I have him pretty close. Does Genty count? No. I think we take a running back here. I know I don't have him ranked the highest, but I'm just going to keep on pulling up Ollie Gordon, I think, man. I think so. He goes way higher than his ADP in these underdog rooms. Thoughts on Ingram? I'm not crazy about him. I think he's okay. I have Bijan as my 105, but I have him in the same tier as the top 6 or so. I have ETN, 2 in Bigsby. I like Flowers. I don't agree that it's playing it safe. I think that he still has year 3 breakout potential. I think very often we get into the trap of just copy and pasting last year's stats. I get they scored a lot of touchdowns. I know Flowers didn't score a lot of touchdowns, but I also think that touchdowns are largely random. Like Rashad Bateman scored 9. What if Flowers just scores 9 instead this year? I still think Flowers is a growing player. Like I think it's so tough to call him a high floor, low ceiling option when he's heading into year 3 and could still progress as a player. I like Buka over Pearsall personally. How do I feel about Penix? You ended up with him, Bijan, and London. I don't love Penix in a managed league. I think he's a little rough there. Great, that's a crazy thing to say, but it's actually pretty fair. All right, so give me Dallas Goedert here. All right, so now we're good at tight end. We can get tight ends the fuck out of here. All right, so I got a couple ideas of how I'm going to land this plane here. Couple ideas. Let's look up some Week 17 schedule. Well, the Eagles got the Bills. Interesting. Thoughts on the GOAT, Kyle Pitts? I take him late. That's the thing. I just think if we can just zoom out for a second, if you just want to take a 1,000-foot view, Zay Flowers is a good player on a per route basis in terms of yards per out run, targets per out run, first downs per out run. He's going into year 3, so he could get better and take another step forward, and he plays on a top 3 scoring offense attached to Lamar Jackson. I think not being excited about that pick is kind of crazy in my eyes. Again, just 1,000-foot view. Good player, good offense, year 3 breakout. Biggest fade, Kyron's up there. Chuba Hubbard's up there. Kamara's up there. Cortland Sutton's up there. Calvin Ridley's up there. And we got a tie ball game going into the fourth quarter. Damn. What do you got, Henry Max? That's a great price on JJ, fellas. We got JJ to JJ. Look at that. ADP 124. We got him 25 picks after that. We got JJ to JJ. Now we're good at quarterback and good at tight end. And we can just hammer running back and wide receiver rest of the way. I've been fading Myers, but I've been taking him now because of the trade request stuff. I think that he just gets like a little tiny extension, or he just plays for the Raiders still. Yeah, even in full PPR, I'm not crazy about him. I just like the receivers there. Most invested in player, Luther Burden. I think it's going to be a 2772 build. And we're going to take Isaac Tesla on the other side of that Detroit-Minnesota game for some fun. Klubnik hasn't looked good. I do like Brees over Kamara, but I'm not really drafting a lot of Brees right now. Wow, Myers to San Fran's. That's a good shout. I just think Goddard's a better player, but I have him like back to back. I really took Goddard there just because I had Jalen Hurts and we had none of his pass catchers. But dude, Caden Durham, I'm very impressed with Durham, man. This kid is good. It was only like a 3-yard gain there, but like he breaks like 2 tackles in the backfield. All right, we're at 179 likes, fellas. Let's get me to 200 likes, and we'll do one more draft tonight. We'll do one more draft for the rest of our lives. What do you think? Fade ball to Trey'Dez Green. Oh my God, I love Trey'Dez Green. I should have bet him anytime touchdown. Trey'Dez Green is a monster. I have him on a Devy squad. What a fun player, man. All right, I got to lock in on what I want to do with this pick. Let's go Will Shipley. We got Jalen Hurts. Why not? We're at 196 likes. Get me to 200, fellas. Get me to 200. McShay was hyping up Durham. Good call. Riptide, you can dynasty? Sort of. You traded Olave. You traded Devontae Smith and Olave for Igbuka and Matthew Golden. I hate that. Like I just can't sign off on that. I don't know. Devontae Smith and Olave for Igbuka and Matthew Golden. I don't know. That seems just, I don't know, very lateral. I think it's fine. Like I don't prefer either side there. Like if I got that trade in my inbox as the Devontae Smith Olave, like if I'm either guy and I get that in my inbox, I'm just saying no thanks. You know? All right, we got to lock in. Okay. Fuck it. Let's go Torrey Horton because these receivers get. No, I can't pass on Keaton Mitchell. I love Keaton Mitchell too much to pass on him there. I do. What do you guys think, fellas? This is the team. 2662. You guys want 2682 or 2772? Should we go on one more running back and one more receiver, or two receivers here? We have Walker, Tracy, Dobbins, Ollie Gordon, Will Shipley, Keaton Mitchell, Jefferson, Tyreek, Odunze, Jacoby Myers, Rashad Bateman, Isaac Tesla. Outside of Jefferson, the wide receiver room is a little weak. I'm debating 2682 or 2772. I think it's very close. It's either one running back, one receiver, or two receivers. A lot of people saying two receivers. We'll be honest, Philly and Minnesota's got nothing correlation-wise for us. Let's see, 16. Bills plays Or no, we're not looking for Bills. For Eagles. Oh, Washington will have a guy. And then Vikings, Giants. Okay. Give me Jalen Lane. Fun Washington rookie receiver. That's our receiver room right now. Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, Odunze, Jacoby through the flex, Bateman, Tesla, Lane off the bench. Walker, Tracy, Dobbins, Ollie Gordon, Shipley, Keaton Mitchell. Yeah, probably an eighth receiver is where I'm at, I think. Somebody's saying this isn't impressive. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you mean. Yeah, no, we probably take a running back, to be honest. Like, the receivers here are just so stinky. I don't know. But I also think even for a 0 RB team, this running back room's not bad. What are you guys thinking? Final thoughts. Wide receiver or running back here? Damn, Malik Washington goes. Give me 80 Mitchell. All right. We'll do one more. One more for the people. Encore. Why not? We got the 3 spot. All right, Klubnik. All right. Is that Adam Randall? This guy is gonna be fun for fantasy football, I think. This Adam Randall kid. He was like a high-end recruit at wide receiver. Now he's playing running back on like his Tyrone Tracy, Antonio Gibson type shit, but he's also huge. I think he's like 230 pounds or something? That's a big boy for a former receiver. I mean, you got egoed by everybody. What do you want about Cole? Saquon goes. Damn it. Last one of the night. Let me get a Gibbs team. How are we doing on Gibbs versus Lamb exposure right now? I wanted to check that before we made that pick, but nope. Show me 307, underdog, please. There we go. Gibbs, what are we at? What are we at on Gibbs? 10%? Okay, so we're actually not that light. And then CD Lamb. Ooh, that should have been a Lamb. That's fine. Who's counting? Actually, let's see BBMs only between the two of them. Lamb BBMs 9%. What about Gibbs? 10.3. Okay. Yeah, so you could say that maybe should have been a Lamb pick, but we're fine. I don't know. Sometimes you got to force a Gibbs. Sometimes you just got to force a Gibbs, man. What's everybody got going on, man? What's good? What's good? You've been live for a while, huh? Hour 47? He just doesn't learn? Come on, don't do me like that. I like Gibbs. What can I say? This is half PPR, best ball, 3 wide receiver, 1 flex, baby. This is, of course, a draft over on Underdog, the only place to draft best ball teams this summer. Use promo code RON, and when you play $5, they will give you up to $50 in bonus funds in your account. You'll have a link to that in the description, comment section, and pinned in the live chat right now. Promo code RON. All right, Bowers gets taken. So now you don't have to see me take Bowers. How much Amon-Ra do I have? Not a lot. All right, let's see it, Klubnik. I'm getting flashbacks. Everybody chill. 103 Gibbs is absolutely fine. Damn, Lad goes. That sucks. All right, let's run a little double hero then, I think. Let's run a little double hero. Why not? Run the damn ball. You've never seen Star Wars? Come on, son. What? Yo, chill. Why are you on my ass, Lou? All right, we take T. Higgins here. I like this start. Klubnik is the Clemson quarterback. I enjoy A.J. Brown. I like the start too. You gotta change it up. You gotta just change it up. Is that Henderson's new price? Depends where you're playing. In like running back hungry home leagues, yes, but honestly, that's honestly more like running back hungry high stakes. Like on RT Sports, he'll go there, but in like your home league, he's probably more of like a 3-4 turn guy. Even in underdog, he's more of a 3-4 turn guy. This guy is just kind of fucking around. Like Kyron at 211 is really high too. Yeah, this guy's just fucking around. If I'm being honest. How do you send $1 million? 10 million people. Appreciate the super chat. Man, I don't know how else to say it. I need to know what your starting lineup is. How many receivers, how many flex spots, brother? Let's see. I don't know what I'm looking at. Fields, Brian Thomas, Hill, Bijan, Bucky, Bowers, J-Mo. Okay, never mind. So, okay, so I can assume this is Fields. I assume this is 2 wide receiver, 1 flex. And if that's the case, you have Pearsall, Flowers, Bigsby, JCM, Tyler Warren with Bowers in your tight end spot. Team willing to give up Allen in trade. Who? Flowers has to be in the package. I'd probably tell him you're all set. I mean, if you want, you can... No, I'd probably tell him you're all set, to be honest. I kind of like your team the way it is, if I'm being honest. I think Tyler Warren off the bench when you already have Bowers. Like, I'd be looking to move Tyler Warren is kind of where I'm at. Monk, where are you picking from? 101? I mean, Hampton's a better prospect. Better scoring offense. Najee doesn't have an eye. Give me J-Mo here. I don't take a lot of J-Mo. We're going to be betting on the Detroit Lions offense anyways. I'll do a sweep through, but I don't know what else I would update, to be honest. I updated it for the Jalen Coker stuff already. 411 Egbuka. Yeah, this guy in the 2 spot does not care about ADP. Do I trade Etienne and JT for Bucky? No, sir. No, sir. I enjoy Star Wars. I'm a pretty big Star Wars guy, yeah. I would say so. Like, I've seen, actually, yeah, I'll say I'm a big Star Wars guy, and my, God, 5th round Breece Hall. No. We'll do a Sutton team. No, we won't. Yes, we will. I never take Sutton. Here's the thing about Breece is I just have so much Breece already. I already have so much Breece. I don't really want any more. We already did the 2 running backs up top. That had to be a wide receiver. I don't even like Cortland Sutton, but you guys love him so much. In the 5th round, I'm fine taking him. Oh yeah, My Way of Passage is I've seen the entirety of the Clone Wars animated show, and I loved it. I don't acknowledge the sequels really. I'm still yet to see episode 9. I kind of refuse to. Dude, people were very unhappy with where I had Sutton ranked in my most recent wide receiver rankings video. But here's the thing: I don't have a lot of them. They're my guys were off the board. I wanted Egbuka or Hunter. They're both gone. I guess you could have talked me into Waddle, but Waddle didn't really feel great either. 307, yeah. So this is how much Sutton I have, fellas. I have 2% Sutton, so I don't know. I was fine just mixing him in. In terms of what about only BBMs? Okay, so that'll be my 5th Sutton in a Best Ball Mania draft. Yeah, I don't acknowledge the sequels. I thought The Force Awakens was okay, but you just got to kind of miss me with it. I definitely like JCM better in redraft than Dynasty. I'm not looking to buy JCM high, if you will. and 0 RB. I'm due before we're it's all said and done. Like one of these high stakes teams, you're gonna see me pilot the plane into heavy turbulence and go with an extreme 0 RB team. But ultimate respect, sequels don't exist. Yeah, I don't acknowledge the existence of episode 9 where like I don't know whatever. Like I've heard that like Palpatine gets resurrected or whatever. Like that's just insane. Yeah, I've genuinely never seen it. I've seen episodes. What was it? Episode 7 and 8. I thought 8 was even a little rich. Some people love 8. Some people really love 8, but I don't know. All right, so we're up in 2 picks. I got to look alive here. Do we snipe the 101 on Burrow? Or no, he already has a quarterback, actually. Let's go Olave. He's the last receiver in a tier for me. No, I don't think you have to worry about bye weeks at all, personally. You can pass for a young-based Obi-Wan. I'll take that, to be honest. Yeah, 8 did kill the franchise. Some people love it, though. It's crazy. It's like almost like a cult classic in a way. I don't know. Like I said, I think Force Awakens is okay. I can see the vision with Force Awakens, but yeah. I'm all good on that. Some of the shows have been... Now, here's where you're going to kill me for, Harrison. I already kind of understand where this is going. I had a hard time finishing season 1 of Andor. I was watching it with my mom. And it was just like very slow and tough to get through. Let's take Burrow here. But for me, it's between Burrow and Laporta. Let's do Burrow. Let's do the Burrow to T. Higgins thing. Why not? Yeah, I figured it clicked for me. Well, you already had Hurts, so there's no reason. Yeah, everyone loves Andor. I don't know. Maybe I got to give it another run, but I had a hard time. Third chance Swift can get it done? Yeah. Okay, so you kind of get it with like I don't know. It's really hyped. It's really hyped as like I don't know. I've heard it's like the best. I guess it's a low bar to say it's like the best Star Wars media since the prequels. Or no, since like the Clone Wars would really be the point of contention. But I don't know. Everything else has kind of sucked. The Obi-Wan series sucked. First season of Mandalorian's cool. But I don't know. The Disney Plus, I don't know. We're on a whole other rant here, but we're 4 drafts deep here. Sue me for talking about other shit. I don't know. They've just kind of completely lost me. Like, I don't know. Boba Fett was okay. But they've just completely lost everyone's trust. I've seen Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm happy that my slow drafts are all done. Maybe I got to get to season 2. You like The Mandalorian that much? I didn't think The Mandalorian was like that great. I thought Mandalorian was cool. Was Mandalorian? I will say the scene. I think that was Mandalorian. The scene where Luke pulls up and just kind of wrecks shit. Yeah, good take. Bro gets to the 7th round in on underdog. Like it's just like as long as you're not in a bot lobby, he'll almost always come to the 6-7 turn for the Chase owner or the T Higgins owner. But if you are in a bot lobby, somebody over here could just take them because they feel like it. That's kind of what it comes down to. Tyler Warren, 6'11", huh? Yeah, this number 2 guy is just, he does not care. He's taking whoever he wants. Which, honestly, God bless him. Let's see. Sharp goes. Give me Bill. Give me Bill. I'm not crazy about that Bill pick. Maybe they should have been Dobbins, but... For me, I probably know the most lore about Star Wars across those, but definitely am an enjoyer of Lord of the Rings next after that. I've seen all the Harry Potter movies, but not super into the lore of it. Let's go Darnell Mooney here. I think we have to still start firing receivers. I haven't been drafting a lot of Mooney, but I get why he's a good pick. So we'll take him there. We'll just kind of, this is going to be a team where we punt off tight end. This is probably going to be like a 2-5-8-3 team is kind of where I'm heading here. Who does Cincy play week 17? Also, I don't know if you guys agree. My mom was, we were watching college football today. She was saying that Kirk Herbstreit got fat over the offseason. I didn't really notice. I thought he looks fine. I mean, I fuck with Harry Potter. Don't get me wrong. I've seen all the Harry Potter movies, and I played like probably 70% of Hogwarts Legacy, so I'm pretty up to date. I agree. The Lord of the Rings trilogy is goated. Cincy versus Arizona. Okay. I was like, the guy's 56 years old, man. Give him a break. Like, okay, put on 15 pounds over the offseason, maybe. Probably Ferg over Loveland week 1. What games do I usually play? Really just sports games these days. I play a lot of, I don't know, it's funny. In August, I really haven't played. I've maybe played a couple college football games of Road to Glory. But I play mostly sports games. I play, when it's not August and I have more free time, I'll play college football, Madden. I like FIFA. I'll fuck around on Marvel Rivals. I like F125. And a nice little wheel setup for that shit, which is nice. I'm excited for the new FIFA. I know 2K just came out. What? Any of you guys play 2K? My brother got it, kind of forcing me to split it with him, you know, because we do the Xbox game share or whatever. So I'm like, all right, fine, I'll pay for half of it. I don't know. I can never get into 2K. I know their franchise mode is goated though. I'll always run up like at least one franchise mode on it, but outside of that, pretty brutal. Let's do Jared Goff because we have some stacks there. And then I think we take another. We'll see what comes back here, but all right. So now I'm done with. Now we're done at quarterback. It's a great Fields pick from that guy. 2K26 has been good, huh? You're not dumb for being high on Sutton. A lot of guys are high on Sutton. He's just not really my cup of tea, if you will. Tillman goes. Give me Rashad Bateman again. Fuck it. Shout out Matt Harmon, the GOAT. You have a PC and they refuse to release NCAA on there? Yeah, that's tough. StarCraft nerd. I never got into that. One of the pro players in competitive scene? Hell yeah, dude. What you know about Necros? I think that's like the only pro player I know. 2K used to be my favorite game series. Sad how it fell off. Yeah, dude. It fell off bad. Bad, dude. Ronnie 2K is Ronnie 2K needs to pay for what he's done is all I can say. Why don't you like Sutton? I think he's fine. I just think he's like a high floor, low ceiling pick where you draft him at wide receiver like 25 and he finishes at wide receiver 26 and he's fine, but I don't know. All right, so I think we have 4 more bullets left on here. I'll definitely get this. I'll definitely get those done before things wrap up. Greatest world game of all time, ESPN 2K5. I've heard that take, but I was like 4 years old when that was out. Do I gas any Elder Scrolls game? I'm shocked that you gas Elder Scrolls, Tom. I played the like the original Skyrim was goated back on the 360. I played that a bunch. You know, man, somebody in here was kind of not begging me. I won't use that word, but somebody was really trying to sell me on Jake Ferguson earlier. So let's go Jake Ferguson. Why not? I don't think any of these guys really stack anything I got going on. Cincy, Arizona, Detroit Vikings. Yeah, no. I'll look at week 16 for those guys. But yeah, the original Skyrim Elder Scrolls game. Little wood elf, archer stealth build. What you know about it? Damn. All right, everybody took tight ends. I was hoping one of Pitts or Goddard came back to me, but all good, all good. What can we do now? Oh, it's Ollie Gordon time. People are sleeping on Ollie Gordon, dude. Why is he available? All right. 13th round Ollie Gordon, no problem. No, I know, D-Monk. I was hoping this guy would chill on Pitts. Nah, I'm not worried on Arch. Kirk looks chubby. Damn. I was like, come on, give my guy Kirk some slack, man. I could see Ohio State repeating. They looked good today, man. You love Skyrim. You played Oblivion Remastered. Damn. That's real shit. Damn, we're getting Z's from Kobe. Kobe's longs. We're getting Z's. Damn. Damn. Hoping Achan just stays healthy. I mean, me too, man. I would love nothing more than for Achan to stay healthy, but Cavs are tough. And I think Ollie Gordon, especially in best ball, can just have like a standalone role. I hate it because like everybody talks about it. Like it's the like not every team can be David Montgomery, Achan, but or David Montgomery Gibbs, my bad. But Achan be like 180, 190 pounds and not like a 25 touchback, and Ollie Gordon being 226 pounds. And Mike McDaniel before scheming up good running game. I think it could be. I think in best ball, Ollie Gordon can give you some weeks even without an Achan injury. Is what I'm trying to say. Maybe Kirk was running Skyrim. Do I play any poker? Only with my buddies when they're down to. But I enjoy playing poker. It's just I don't know. I don't find myself in a lot of situations to play. Is what I would say. Back during COVID, me and my buddies would run like cash games over online poker, and that was always fun. Oh, I don't forget, dude. 2023 Ollie Gordon will never be forgotten. And I think what people sleep on the most is his pass catching in that season, dude. That's what's so exciting to me. And something I was saying during draft season, why I have so much of him on the big board, is that he's 226 pounds. And, like, yes, he ran for 1,700 yards, and that's amazing. But he has some, like, Ramondre, Najee Harris upside, which doesn't sound sexy. But where you're drafting him, if you can get Ramondre or Najee Harris, like, early career versions, he caught 39 balls that sophomore year. That's a lot, dude. 39 catches is a lot for a running back. Give me Isaac Tesla. Actually, fuck. Are we? Yeah, give me Isaac Tesla. You only have so much to be happy about. I get that. Miami did make Mostert and Achan work. Yeah, that's a good point. It just comes down to that offense being good. COVID online cash game saved my summer. Yeah. Caught 39 balls. All right, give me Chigo Conquo here. All right, I think our final three picks are going to be one running back, one receiver, one tight end is where I'm leaning. Yeah. This is a fun team. I know I say that like a billion times, but I like this team. Here's a little update for anybody who just came in. Gibbs, Bucky, T. Higgins, Jamison Williams, Sutton, Olave, Burrow to T, Bill, Darnell Mooney, Goff to J-Mo, and Gibbs, Bateman, Ferguson, Ollie Gordon, Isaac Tesla, Okonkwo. I like this team. A little double hero up top. Why not? I do. Sadly, like that's kind of the thing. I think like the most likely scenario for McDaniel is that he gets fired and it just ends up as an offensive coordinator somewhere. Round 12 Egbuka is nuts, man. D-line's going to be nasty. What, the Dolphins D-line? I guess what, you have Jalen Phillips and Chop Robinson back? Who's on the interior, though? Love your squad. Appreciate that, D-Monk. Are you into any FPS games? Does... I guess Marvel Rivals is a third-person shooter? No, I kind of... Dude, I suck at shooters, man. I just don't play them. I also think Call of Duty hasn't been good in a long time. I played Rainbow Six Siege when that first came out, but I was never good. Like, I was like a silver player in Siege. That's really it. I don't really mess around on first-person shooters these days. It's just so sweaty, dude. It's so sweaty. Favorite strategy? I don't know. For me, it's best player available, and then just like that is kind of the funny thing, but it's best player available through the first 2 to 3 rounds, and then you land the plane. And what I mean by land the plane is you take the best players, and you kind of you take the plane down. You know, zero RB, hero RB, double hero RB, and just kind of stick to the principles. What do you got, bud? Give me Harold and motherfucking Fannin on this team. All right, so now we get one more running back and one more receiver on this squad is where I'm at. Yeah. All right. Since he plays the Cardinals, okay. You got an option there if we want it. Detroit plays Minnesota. There's nothing there. God, that tight end room is dust. And then what are the week 16? Vikings have Giants. Let's do Michael Wilson as the Arizona bring back. Or actually, no. Let's do. We got to do Taj Brooks, I think, on this team. With Burrow, yeah. Let's do Taj Brooks. How hyped am I for the season? I'm dumb hyped. Yo, who's Clemson's OC? That's not Lincoln Riley, right? Is that Lincoln Riley's like brother? Why does that guy look like Lincoln Riley? Am I being an idiot? Oh, he does. That's Garrett Riley. Okay. Okay. That's hilarious. They keep showing him on the sideline. I'm like, that's Lincoln Riley. Oh, Kenneth Grant's a good call. Cut off at tight end and quarterback for you not to draft another. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but if I take an elite one, I'm only going for 2. If I don't, then I'm going for 3. When is the Crawford-Canelo fight? Is that tonight? I doubt it. Thoughts on potential Brees trade? I don't know, dude. I feel like I would be so shocked unless if somebody like the Cowboys did something stupid and was like, here's a 3rd-round pick. Like, it would have to be a pretty... Like, they're not trading Brees away for like a 6th-rounder. It would have to be something for real. September 13, huh? I don't know. Did they trade Njoku? I think it's in the possibilities. Who are you most scared you're wrong on? I don't know. I guess Malik Neighbors is one. I just don't draft much of him, and he could kill me. Drake London's another. Again, I'm not really necessarily fading either. I just don't end up with a lot of them based on their prices. So I guess that is fading. I acknowledge they can be good. I'm just not paying up for them. I don't know. I think that's kind of it. All right, this has to be a receiver. Man, I find myself taking Dontavion Wicks in the last round with this Jaden Reed stuff. I do. All right, so there's the final squad. We go Jahmyr Gibbs, Bucky Irving, T. Higgins, Jamison Williams, Cortland Sutton, Olave, Burrow, Bill, Mooney, Goff, Bateman, Ferguson, Ollie Gordon, Tesla, Okonkwo, Fannin, Taj Brooks, Dontavion Wicks. I like the squad. This is a fun little double hero RB idea. 2583 is the final team. But appreciate you guys watching. That was, I think we did 4 drafts, but appreciate you guys watching. as always, if you want to draft with us for the rest of the summer, there's not a ton of time, but we will do more of these underdog drafts. Make sure you check out Underdog. Use promo code Ron. And when you play $5, you will get $50 in bonus funds. On top of that, if you have a draft coming up here, my Patreon rankings are all completely up to date. Patreon.com/Ron Stewart. And my cheat sheet, it's all there for you guys to use in your drafts. On top of that, on the Patreon, you get my weekly rankings, rest of season rankings, waiver wire article, all that good stuff. What else? Oh, yeah. Check out the videos. Running back rankings, wide receiver rankings this week. Hate to see it. Yesterday's strategy video was flopping. I thought maybe it would do okay. Seems like most people have done their drafts at this point, and we're full steam ahead to week 1. So I think tomorrow we'll have a week 1 video, and then we'll be back here streaming. I stream every night on this channel. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you leave a like on this, and I'll see y'all in the next one.